What's up, guys? It's Gardy B with the Jenkins and Jonez show. As always, I'm here with my good internet buddies, Dragonfly Jones, a.k.a. Tyler.
What's up, guys?
With Jethro Jenkins, a.k.a. John.
What's up, bubbas? And if you fuck with us, you want to see more of our content, please jump on YouTube and subscribe to our channel.
I know all three of us got a chance to see, maybe get a little look at the future of the NBA last night. Tyler came out of this game much higher on Scoot Henderson than he'd been. I'm excited to talk about that, but we obviously have to start by talking about Victor Wembanyama. I don't know I feel like as people who follow basketball closely, I'm texting my other group chats that aren't really that into basketball, like just sending them clips, and they're responding as though they're seeing the sun implode or something. They're like, what the fuck is
What
this?
is that? What is that, right?
I don't even think it's a hot take to say this is the best prospect since Bron.
Easily.
I'm not saying, I'm not saying he's as good a prospect as Bron. I want to be clear on that. But he is the best prospect we've seen since 2003 for sure. The shit that was amazed me is that, we saw him doing step back threes. We saw him mixing it up, protecting the rim. We saw him taking people off the dribble. We saw him, working the post back to the basket moves. Like the dude does it all. He's a legit creative player, bro. We've never seen anything like that kid.
Yeah, he's a dude you make to just that all 99s. Like how dominant he was on the defensive end as well as the offensive end was incredible. And just like his feet, I watch feet a lot. His feet, he has such good feet on both ends for his size. The step backs, the bag is deep. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like, I'm not saying he's going to be as skilled as KD, but I don't I talk about don't compare these dudes to gods. Well, I got to compare him to a god when talking about Wemby. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck else am I going to do? A 7'4" guy with a bag like that, going 7 from 11 from 3, which I don't know if that's consistent, but that's what we saw last night. And then, like, defensively, he was so fucking good where he could guard guards. You know what I mean? Like, his bottom level is Gobert. You know what I mean? Like you can't play like he defends the rim like Gobert, but you can't play him off the court because his feet are good, where he can recover when he's guarding guards and gets blown by. He did that a couple times against Scoot. Taking people's jumpers clean out the fucking air. You know what I mean? It's just like it's the off ball defense was insane too. But like I have never seen no shit like that. And then we could talk about how slim he is, but his frame, like his waist is like as big as my shoulders. He can get more mass on that.
His frame is not that slim.
It's not slim. He's
skinny,
broad.
But
he's broad. You know what I mean? So
I mean, honestly, video games don't even let you create players like this anymore, right? Like, video games are like
7'4". I think they stopped
video games are like you gotta calm the fuck down at some point. You can't shoot threes too.
You gotta start paying money for that shit. You know what I mean?
Right, like soon as you move that 3 meter all the way up, that speed meter is gonna drop or some shit, right? You're not gonna get the whole fucking total package.
But I think if you've ever been around a group of NBA players, this is a collection of human beings that already don't make sense physically in the context of regular human beings. And now you're taking a rookie next year and bringing in someone who doesn't make sense in that group of people. It is really like, I'm trying to explain to people, like it was like seeing a dinosaur walking through the park or some shit. Like his wingspan is 8 inches bigger than KD's.
That's insane.
8 inches.
What the fuck?
And in basketball, your wingspan is really your height, right? I mean, like he has an 8-foot wingspan on a 7'4" frame. Shit doesn't make any sense. This is a league where someone tweeted this out. 3 people averaged over a block a game last season. This motherfucker is just like, he's gonna get 3 blocks without even jumping.
Did you see the steal he had on Scoot? Where like the motherfucker was like behind the 3-point line. Scoot was probably 2 feet away. He reaches and you can see him reaching and you see his hand behind Scoot's body.
It looks like a horror movie. It looks like a horror movie.
That's some go gadget shit.
Jay Adonde tweeted a screen grab that really, it looked like a horror movie.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
It's like he's reaching. He's committing a foul if he has any other body on Earth.
And the fact that like he has the hand-eye coordination to be able to touch a ball that far from his fucking eye. You know what I'm saying? Without foul, bro, it's fucking wild, bro. It's wild, bro. But like you said, like he's the best, best prospect we've seen since Bron easily. And like, I mean, if we talk, I mean, the only person we've seen to be his size and not really deal with injury issues is Giannis. But like you said, we talked about his frame. His frame has that build where is built where, you know what I'm saying, you could add the type of weight that Giannis has. It's just not normal, bro. And if this is where basketball is going, I'm bro,
I'm taking Vinny to batting practice tonight.
Right. Bro,
you can play basketball with your homies, but it's not a pursuit. Afraid, dog. You know what I mean?
But look, also like the type of threes. It wasn't like he just caught. He's a catch and shoot 3-point shooter. Not like catch and shoot, off the dribble, step back, in transition, motherfucker. This is what can't you do?
That one play when he caught it and the defender wasn't going to be able to close out on him on time. So the step back wasn't for separation. It was a step back just to get behind the 3-point line and he hit that shit.
Right, exactly.
I was like, corner. God damn. Yeah.
right. I just want the 3 over the 2 right now, bro. It has nothing to do with you. This is me. You know
this is me. Right? This isn't you. This is me.
It's just math. 3 is more than 2, baby. I'm sorry.
The defender's 35 feet below his release point. Right. He's 4 steps away and a foot and a half shorter, you know?
Right. There's literally nothing anybody can say that make me say like, they reach it. Like any of the we're talking about KD here. We're talking about the best, player we've seen coming to the draft since Bron. And all of them are right. It all makes sense.
But what Tyler said, and none of us are saying he's going to be better than KD or better than Bron. But what you have to acknowledge is he's, like I said, by wingspan, he's 8 inches bigger than KD. He's going to be the tallest player in the NBA the day he's drafted. He's taller than Taco Fall, who was like, and I love Taco from his college days, but he's almost like a sideshow signing, right? Let's see if something works out here. He's taller than that guy.
Taco Fall is not a basketball player. You know what I mean? Like
he's 7'3". Let's see if something works out. Yeah, this dude is 7'4" and has all of the shit you'd want a 6'7" dude to have.
Hooper.
But Tyler, I loved, you were really one of the only people I saw giving love to Scoot too. And I was glad that you did that because I think this is a kid who is being quite literally overshadowed, obviously, by Wembanyama, but he's a pretty legit number 1 pick in almost every other draft.
Yeah. This was my introduction to Scoot. Victor's been on our radar, feels like, for about 2-3 years, like ever since he was busting Rudy's ass in that 101 drill in practice a few years back, right? So I'd been hip to Victor for a while. I'd heard the Scoot name. This is my first time actually seeing him play. And the biggest takeaway for me was he plays so much bigger than what he is. Like, he's listed at 6'2", 6'3". Like, if you saw those highlights, you would think he's like 6'6", 6'7". Like, he was going body to body with Victor, fucking, hitting reverse scoops on him. You know what I'm saying?
Fearless.
Like fucking dunking from the dotted line on fast breaks and shit. Like like I said, he is a Ja Morant 6'2". He's not an Andre Miller 6'2". You know what I'm saying? There's a motherfucking difference there. So yeah, I'm very much impressed with Scoot too, for sure.
I've seen Scoot play like I watched a lot of the highlights. I've been hearing people talk about him. Like, who the fuck is this dude? I know he came into he jumped into the G League like after being a sophomore. He started his junior year in the G League. He played his junior year in the G League or something like starting that like 16 or something like that. Something crazy. Anyway, so I was like, let me tap in. And so I knew he was athletic, and I knew he could really play, and he was fearless, and he played bigger. But like, what tripped me out was his pace. Like, we talk about Ja Morant, like how Ja Morant, like, kind of you see, like he knows when to go 100 miles an hour, right? You know what I mean? And he knows when to just slow down and play the game. And that's what tripped me out. This is a big moment, bro. Everybody who's fucking anybody in the NBA is in that fucking gym. You know what I'm saying?
And he was in control.
He's to prove himself. He's here to prove himself. And he doesn't even play that aggressively. He was more aggressive because of the moment. You know what I mean? Like, he's usually more of a passer. I mean, he got 9 assists, 0 turnovers. Got the goddamn, like, you know what I mean? Like, in that moment, it's crazy. But like, seeing him, like, his pacing was just crazy to me. Like, his pacing, how comfortable he was. And you see a lot of like young cats, we go 100 miles an hour to try to, speed up to catch up with the faster pace around them. And he doesn't. He's not uncomfortable with that faster pace. He's comfortable in himself, and he was attacking. You know what I mean? Like just absolutely fearless from attacking Wemby. So I've been thought he was a good player. Definitely would have been a number 1 draft pick if there wasn't the closest thing we've seen to an alien in a long time. You know what I'm saying? Being drafted into the NBA. But yeah, bro, like just a solid player.
Yeah. Going off what you said about, his pacing. That impressed me too, because he's like so patient when he needs to be patient and relentless when he needed to be relentless from what I saw. Like there was that play where he was double teamed under the rim. He gave him like a head fake that got both of them in the air, step back, easy bucket. That play right there, I was like, Jesus Christ.
And it would have been very easy for him to just, he has 2 guys, they're going to try to block him, go to the body, try to draw a foul. You know what I mean? Yeah. He was so under control where he's driving and then stops on the dime and then turns. You know what I mean? Like he's under control at all times. It's just bro. And in those lights when everybody's there, that shit was beautiful to me, man. I love his game. I love his game. And like if he wasn't like 6, I guess his only knock is he's only 6'2". Like you said, he doesn't play like he's 6'2". It doesn't feel like he's 6'2" out there. The dude is, I think he played football in high school or something. He played he plays tough, bro. The dude is tough, and he's just smart and comfortable within himself, and you love to see that shit.
And he's a teenager. He might tack on 2 or 3 more inches before it's all said and done, so we'll see.